Hi, my name's Colleen Nolan, and I'm going to be talking to you today about communication sheets. I'm sorry, this is not my normal setup. My classroom is being remodeled, being renovated, being moved, so I'm actually in my dining room. I don't have access to all the supplies that I normally have because it is summer and my classroom is being moved, so we're doing the best we can. First thing I wanted to talk about was this job site rubric. It is something that I would go over with the students before they enter their job site. So you just see acceptable and not acceptable, saying hello, not saying hello, cheerful, grumpy, ready for work, not wanting to work, good attitude, complaining, learning a new skill, lazy, task initiated, wait to be told, dirty, and clean clothes. So this is just like a basic job site rubric that I would go over with students at the beginning of the year to explain to them what's accepted and what's not accepted. How is it going to make me feel as a teacher when they show up for work? The next thing that I want to talk about is a communication sheet. So I have 3 different versions of a communication sheet. First, it's cut onto strips and in rings. And then I have a communication folder and a communication binder. These are all the same communication. They're just slightly different. So on the communication ring, you can unclip it and hand each strip to a student to remind them this is what you need to say right now, or to get them thinking about what kind of phrases they should be using. And then hopefully, maybe eventually they can just have this with them, and then they can flip to what they need. So maybe in the beginning, you hand them what they need, and then as they become more independent, they're able to flip and remember, oh, okay, this is what I need to say now. And then eventually this can just be faded out completely and they won't need it anymore. Same thing, communication folder. So Velcro, so you can pull it off and hand it to them and put it back where it belongs. And then eventually the student, you could just hand them the folder, they could find the one they need, and then they would be able to eventually, hopefully, not need this at all and have the phrases in their head. Next, again, same type of sheets, but just in a binder form. I actually made them into 2 pages. Some conversational phrases, so just good morning, good afternoon, how are you? And then some work phrases, so 2 different sheets, so they'd be able to go to 2 different pages. And even in a binder, you could make it more like the folder. Combine these 2, make Velcro within the binder as well. These are inside sheet protectors, so they're not taking them off. They're just looking at this and to access. And then work phrases. And then the last sheet, which hopefully a student would be able to access towards the end of their, towards the end of theirs is a log. And so on the side, you see the tasks that they're supposed to complete, and then on the top it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it says like, I greeted Miss Pam, I greeted the manager, I talked with a coworker, I answered a question, I said something without being asked, I asked for something I needed, I spoke with a voice that could be easily heard, and I said goodbye. So these are all things that could be easily changed or adapted for individual students based on what that student's needs are. Are they having trouble talking to coworkers? Are they having trouble asking for help? Are they having trouble saying they're finished and finding the next task? These things on the side could easily be changed. And then as they become more independent, you can go over it with them in the beginning before they start work, and then go over it with them at the end. This is what you did, yes. These are what you did not accomplish, no. And then maybe some of the times there wasn't an opportunity for them, so you can explain that as well. So that is what I have to show for you today. Thanks for listening. Bye.